Good morning, everybody. Don here again. Welcome to part 5 of my elevated deer blind build. This is going to be the last video of this series. I made a window for the thing. I built the door. I've got that in. The structure is complete. Got a few gaps I want to close up just to make sure it's close to being bug tight. But yeah, for the most part, it's done. So I'm going to make the window for my blind. Went a little bit different. This piece of plexiglass, 1/4 inch thick. It's 40 inches wide by 14 inches high. And I got a 4-foot piano hinge, which I have cut down to 40 inches. What I'm going to do is I'm going to screw a couple of these screws through the piano hinge, probably here on each end and maybe in the middle, to this wood that I have underneath it, just so I can secure it in place. Then I'm going to drill a hole. I'm not going to go every one, but I might go every 4th one. And then I will bolt the hinge to the plexiglass. Want to be real careful not to break out the edge, because this actually was probably one of the more expensive things that I've had to buy for this project. All right. So I've got the hinge attached to the plexiglass. I'm going to leave the plastic cover on it because I don't want it to get scratched up. All right, well, I got the window in. Let me show you what I did. So obviously I put this piano hinge up here. I'm just closing it with a couple pieces of hose. And then that's how she's going to be held up. I put this door trim all around the opening, and it pushes closed when the window goes up against it. So that'll give me a good seal when the window's closed. Nice and quiet. I'll take the protective plastic off when I'm all done. And then here's my shooting rail, and I'll have my sandbag up on here. Got to make sure that it's back far enough that the window will slide up. Yeah, getting close to being done. Today I'm going to put a little paint on it. I got some cans of camo spray paint that have been sitting in the garage for a while. I'm just going to spray a little bit of random pattern, no real pattern on there, just some random paint. And then I've got some old military camo netting that I'm going to put on this thing, and that'll help break it up a little bit too. I've got some camo netting. This stuff is from the original Gulf War. I had a buddy who was in the Guard at the time, and when they got back into the States, they brought a lot of this stuff with them, and they were getting rid of it. And I said, well, I'll take some of that. I've used this stuff on various lines and stands over the years. Well, what do you think? I've carried that old camo netting around with me for about 30 years. That's what you get when you're a pack rat. But man, that looks good. I'm going to go cut out the hole for the window, show you the inside, and then, like I said, I'm going to leave this step ladder out here for my entrance. There's the door. Didn't show you that. Looking good. I'm going to open up the window and cut that fabric off. So here's the view from inside. Left a little of this hanging just to break up the lines. I need to cut that one big hemlock branch there, and then I will be able to see all the way to the back of the food plot, which, you know, that's the idea. That tree right there, that rubbin tree that I made, that's 20 yards. To the far end of that pond, the further pond, I think it is 60 yards. And that's pretty much my range with the crossbow. So, yeah, this is going to be an awesome, awesome stand. Once I get these food plots reclaimed, you saw a video maybe where I disked it. Well, that's been 2 weeks ago since I disked it. I mowed it and I disked it, and the stuff's starting to grow back because we've had so much rain. I have not been able to rototill it, but hopefully before mid-July, you know, the annuals that I want to plant need to be planted by the end of July. I'd like to get them planted by mid-July, so still lots of work to do. I think I got enough done that I can take this protective coating off of the plexiglass. You get an idea of what it's going to look like. This is how I close it. Just roll that piece of hose over. There we go. Nice. The project is done, and I gotta admit, looks pretty damn good. I've got a few little finishing touches to do. I need a handle and a latch for the door. I need to, there's a few places where I need to put up some trim to keep the bugs out. Maybe use some foam sealer. But basically it's done. The deer have been walking through the food plot, so they're already used to it. But now with this camo, it's even going to be less obtrusive. Tell me what you think. I'm pretty tickled with it. Rick and Tim, my buddies from Two Brothers Outdoors, I can't thank you enough for all the lumber that you supplied me so that I could build this thing. I can't wait to hunt from my own personal Taj Mahal, and hopefully we'll get this food plot and we'll get some deer in here and we'll be able to knock one down with the crossbow. Thanks for following along on this project, everybody. It's been fun. We'll see you next time. Peace.